I was watching Power and Politics last night, and one of the guests that they had on was Lisa Raitt, who is a former, I believe, MP of Milton. Don't quote me on that, but I know she was former like MP conservative anyway. And good God, this woman managed to insult Canadians so many times in the like the hour that the show was on. Some of the highlights were when they were talking about the conservative commercials and how like all of a sudden they've deviated from having Pierre Poilievre in them to putting out a bunch of commercials that have like the two guys golfing that don't even talk about Pierre Poilievre, or the Stephen Harper one endorsing Pierre Poilievre but not actually showing Poilievre, and how like it's just missing the mark, and how they're trying to reach out to boomers, but it tends to be more these days that a lot of people are more influenced by their digital online communities, right? And Lisa Raitt comes back and says, well, with like talking about boomers, she's like, I mean, most of them are lucky if they know how to use their garage door opener. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, my mother is in her 70s. She's a boomer, right? She would be under that category. She is quite proficient at being online in Facebook groups and on Twitter and all of these other, different platforms and stuff like that. She's got an Instagram. So I called her in the room and I said, hey, Mom, Lisa Raitt thinks that you're lucky if you know how to open the garage, use a garage door opener. She's like, excuse me? So that was just the first one. Then, at one point, they were talking about how so many boomers are voting Liberal this time, because in the past, a lot of older people tended to vote Conservative, because Conservative tends to do a lot of things that help seniors, that are good, for seniors anyways. But this time around, seniors are voting more Liberal, right? And at one point, Lisa Raitt's like, well, when with a bunch of seniors, they don't care if a bunch of money is going to be spent and that that we go into a deficit, because they're not going to be here for very long anyway. It's just like, oh my God, at this point, lady, just put your foot in your mouth. Like, she managed to insult seniors so badly. And all I would think is to myself is like, this woman is supposed to be helping the Conservatives. Like, she was going on about how she loved, the two guys golfing commercial, and how she thinks that it's going to definitely reach out to the boomer generation, targeted marketing, blah, blah, blah. Not that she liked the commercial very much, but she thinks that it's perfect because, obviously, a bunch of older men are going to see two guys or a bunch of golf clubs, and are just going to love, it's going to resonate with them. Because you just have to put some golf clubs in a commercial, and it's just going to make all of those men go, oh, wow, that's awesome. Golfing. I'm definitely going to vote Conservative. Again, great job of insulting older men and making it out like all you have to do is show them golf and they'll do whatever you want there, Lisa.